What's up, everybody? I hope y'all doing great. I hope y'all doing awesome. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I did a short video a while back about telling people if you try to help people out or whatever, and they still do the opposite or they still gonna do their own thing. It don't matter what you tell them. They're still gonna buy the junk. They're still gonna buy the trash or whatever. They're still gonna spend money on stupid shit. And it is what it is. When I say stupid, it's stupid. When you go out there and you say I ain't got no money to invest, and then you turn around and buy vape, or you turn around buy beer, or if you turn around buy a car that you don't need because this car is newer than the old one and the old one's only 2 years old. Why? Especially if you can't pay it out in full. And there's what it's got to have a purpose. Don't buy nothing that you don't need. For example, you go buy a brand new car, and you got one that's 2 years old, and I mean, what'd you buy for? Is the old one going to give you problems? Is the old one starting to give you problems? Is the old one starting to cost you? Or if you don't need it for families growing or whatever, why you buying it? And then there's people with clothes. There's a lot of people, you can go in somebody's closet now and they got clothes from 2 years back or even 10 years back. I mean, we all been in there. Don't buy nothing that you don't need. If you're going to buy a pair of pants or a pair of shorts or a shirt or whatever, either have the one that's in there going out the door in the trash, or you need it because you don't wear it. You take clothes and go, good clothes goes to trash, as in other words, or good clothes goes to work clothes or whatever. And use for that. Don't go out there and buy something that's on sale. Well, I get this, it's only, and a lot of people out here, oh, it only cost me $10. It's normally this. And $10. I said, you bought it on sale. Billionaire, you could be a billionaire and go broke buying stuff on sale. I'm just telling you, you cannot be doing stupid shit. Don't buy cars that you don't need. And there's a lot of people, they're in so much debt if something happened, they're SOL. Seriously. If you buy something, you cannot pay for it outright, have a reason why you're buying it. Not only that, if you don't need it, why are you buying it? Do you need a coat? Good. If you need it, buy it. But if you got 5 coats in your closet, don't buy another one. And everybody says, and then I'm gonna have some people smart ass say something about rich or whatever. Rich is different. You got millionaires and billionaires, and if they're making $1 million a year off of dividends, not work, dividends, that don't affect them. Especially if they're making off of dividends, or they got a company that's paying them so much or whatever, they ain't really doing no work. That's different. But they can go broke too for buying dumb shit, trust me. If they go out there and buy 2 or 3 cars that they don't need, and then go buy a house and boat and all that, it's bullshit. It's like these people that buy toys. I mean, we all know these people that they go out there and buy side-by-sides, boats, four-wheelers, jet skis, cars they don't need, and they're dead up to their eyeballs, and then you go, and then their house payments coming up, and then they're like, oh, how am I gonna pay for this? And then because there's so much in debt. But the side by side, the jet skis, the 4-wheelers, yeah, they're fun. But if you're working yourself to death to pay for them because you can't enjoy them, I mean, what good is it? A lot of people need to take that money they put in toys and put it toward their future, as the money. Invest the money. Find a way to invest it. You put it in the S&P 500. Like I said, this is not financial advice, but you can put in S&P 500 or whatever, and it grows 7 to 10% annually, or not annually, but whatever. That's what it's been known to grow by. 7 to 10%. Usually, some years will have it up, some years will have it down. That's the way it works. But the thing is, invest your money, do your research, and don't buy junk. I mean, I see people out there right now buying stupid stuff. Guess what? At the end of the day, I don't care. Who you impressing? Are you trying to impress anybody? You're not impressing anybody. The only one you're trying to impress is yourself. I don't care what you got. You can have a Ferrari. I don't care. You have a Lamborghini. I don't care. And it is what it is. And the thing is, you can have whatever you want, and you're really not going to impress me. But the wealthy and the rich will tell you this. You want to impress the wealthy and rich, Have stuff that's coming in that you don't work for, that you invested in, or dividends or whatever. They don't care about the house. They don't care about that mess. That you were smart enough to take the money and have it coming in. They ain't be impressed with that. Then they want to talk to you or whatever. But if you got money in an ATV or side by side or whatever, and you're drowning in debt, they don't want to care. They don't care. They don't care. Seriously. Why would I care that you got a side by side? Especially if I know you got side by sides, four wheelers, and boats and stuff, and then I'm over there and you cannot hardly pay for them. Everything's on credit. I mean, you more or less paying payments for all of it, and that's not good. And then you don't have people come up here that says, well, people borrow money for investment properties. That's different. You borrow money, you leverage your money against investment property, as in other words, a business or rental property or whatever. That's different, because that's actually making money. Side by side is not making you money, and it's showing a business that's renting some out. And before you even think about that, you got to do your research. So, and that's with anything. But I'm not trying to tell you what to do or whatever. I'm just trying to tell you, quit investing in stupid shit, investing in clothes that you don't need, investing in cars you don't need. Go, even on vacation trips. People say, I got to go on a vacation. No. Tell you about vacations. A lot of times with people with vacations or going on vacations, they get in debt and go on a vacation. Why? Where are you going? Why would you get in debt to go on a vacation? I mean, there's people that will get in $10,000 debt to go on a vacation, and at 8% interest. What the, and it takes some years to pay for it. And they say, well, and they make some kind of special. No, you don't need to go. Why are you going there? You don't need to go there. I mean, sorry, you just don't. I got a good example. And then you got these people that buy campers and campers, RVs and stuff like that. And they'll be talking about, well, I bought this camper so I can go on a trip and go on vacation and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, number one, if you don't have a truck, you want to get you a truck to pull it. Number two, you want to pay for the camper. And there's maintenance. And there's going to be maintenance on the truck, insurance, gas, and all that. And a lot of times I tell people, I say, you know what you could have done with that money? Either bought something that pays dividends, stocks or whatever, or S&P 500 pays dividends. Took that money that you're going to put in the RV, the camper, or the truck, turn around, put it in that, and over time it would get it up to whatever you spent the money on, because some people have $35,000 to $50,000 tied up in a vehicle and a camper, and take that or more, because I've seen the prices, or more, and they could take the dividends off of that every year and actually have a regular car, throw some bags in, and go stay at a hotel and come out way better. They had the money coming in, and say something's paying you 7%, and if you got every 7% is a year is what, $700. For every 10,000 is $700. And if you got 50,000, 700 times 5 is what, $3,500, give or take. I might be wrong. I'm getting old here, so my math a little bit. But you can go on a vacation, you can go to the beach, you can go wherever, spend time there, and then be back. And you ain't got to deal with the cleaning or whatever. If you say, well, with the camper, you still want to pay to park it somewhere. You got to pay for all that gas to haul it somewhere. And the gas is going to be higher because you haul it. Then the insurance, then the taxes and tags, and so on. So, deal with all this and whatever. You can look into it or whatever. And some of this stuff you can say, talk crap about me. I don't give a crap. I'm at age, I don't care. But like I said, quit buying stupid shit. Do what you got to do. And do your research. But God bless. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. Anyway, like I said, I have to get paper sometimes to write stuff down. But it is what it is. Y'all have a good one. All right. Bye-bye.